In the Ocean, a National Geographic Kids book by Jennifer Zemansky. There's the table of contents. Every other page says your turn, so that's where you could pause the video and try to read it yourself. Chapter 1, Water in the Ocean. An ocean is a large body of water. Most of Earth is covered by oceans. They make our planet look blue from outer space. From space, the oceans look still. They are not. Ocean water is always moving. We can see ocean water moving by watching the tide. At high tide, water covers the beach. There's a lighthouse and the water comes right up to the base. Look at it at low tide. At low tide, the water moves back. Now we can see the beach. That's a rocky beach. Waves swell and crash in the ocean. Wind helps make waves. A fast wind that blows for a long time can create huge waves. Other times, waves are small. They rock back and forth. Your turn. Move like the ocean. Tell what you're doing. Are you crashing? Are you swaying? Are you rolling? Chapter 2, Ocean Homes. Many animals live in the ocean. Some live in tide pools. These pools are made from rocks near the shore. Water covers them when tide is high. At low tide, the pools have less water. But animals still live there. This forest doesn't have trees. It has kelp instead. The kelp here grows very tall to reach the sunlight. There's a California sea lion. And in the kelp forest, this is what we have off our coast, in the huge canyon that is the Monterey Bay. Fish hide in the kelp's leaves. Otters dive into the forest to find food to eat. You can try to read it too. Coral looks like a rock or plant, but it's actually an animal. Lots of corals live together. They form a coral reef. Coral reefs are home to many living things. Eels hide in the coral. It keeps them safe. Eels are kind of fish. They look like snakes, but they're fish. It's tough to live in some ocean places. The North Pole is cold all year, very cold. Much of the water and land is covered with ice, but animals still live there. Those are narwhals in the North Pole. The South Pole has ice too. Feathers help these penguins stay warm in the cold water. Your turn to read. Deep at the bottom of the ocean, the floor is very dark. Not much sunlight reaches it. It's not easy to live here either. What's this? People can travel deep underwater in special vehicles called submersibles. There they are. Many critters live by the deep ocean floor. It is dark and cold, but it is still home. Here's a firefly squid and a sea pen. That firefly squid has all this light. Your turn to read. Your turn. Match the animal to where it lives. We've got an eel, a sea star, and a sea otter. We've got a kelp forest, a coral reef, and a rocky shore with tide pools. Where does each animal live? Chapter 3, Animals in the Ocean. This is the blue whale, the largest animal alive on the planet and the largest animal that has ever lived on the planet. Here's a close-up of plankton. These are creatures so tiny you often need a microscope to see them. This is the beginning of the food chain on Earth. The phytoplankton that get their food from the sun, and then there's the zooplankton. It's like zoo. Those are the animal plankton that eat the phytoplankton, and so on and so on. There are many kinds of ocean animals, big and small, fast and slow. The blue whale is the biggest animal on Earth. It doesn't hunt big fish, though. Instead, it scoops up tiny animals called plankton. There are lots of tiny animals in the ocean. Some are so small you can't see them with just your eyes. Some animals can live deep in the ocean. Yeti crabs and tube worms live near underwater volcanoes. Anglerfish hunt for food near the ocean floor. There's the anglerfish. It looks horrible, but it's pretty small. Other animals can't swim very deep. Seahorses stay in shallow water. Manatees drift slowly under the water. They don't have to be fast. They have plenty of food to eat and no animals hunt them. Other animals are fast swimmers. This fish is one of the fastest animals in the ocean, the marlin. Jellyfish have soft bodies. Some types of jellyfish protect themselves with their tentacles. If an animal gets too close, the tentacles will sting it. This turtle has a hard shell. It keeps a turtle's soft body safe. This slug has a colorful body. Its bright colors are a warning for other animals. They mean that this slug is poisonous. If an animal eats the slug, it could get sick. This fish is hard to see. It is not colorful. Its color of browns and tans help it hide in the sand. It's a flounder. Your turn. Draw an animal you might see in the ocean. Tell about the animal you drew. Is it big or small, hard or soft, colorful or not colorful? People and the Ocean, Chapter 4. People all over the world use the ocean for work and for play. Boats like this one carry people out on the ocean to catch fish. Big ships carry cargo. This ship will travel to another part of the world. Do you recognize that bridge? That's our San Francisco Bay Golden Gate Bridge. Here's stuff coming from our area of the world to many different places. There's the reading if you want to pause. Many people enjoy relaxing on the beach. Others glide over the waves on surfboards. People swim in the ocean too. They enjoy seeing the animals that live there. There's some tropical fish. That kid's snorkeling. People often live by the ocean. They catch fish and shellfish to eat. They can use special machines to take salt out of ocean water, then they can drink it. There's some people fishing, different parts of the world. Some people live in tall houses on stilts. The stilts keep water from getting inside. Most of Earth's water is in the oceans. Many animals and plants live there. Many people live near it too. That's why it's important to protect the ocean. You can protect the ocean by keeping it clean. When people litter, the trash they drop on the ground can end up in the ocean. Trash in the ocean can make people and animals sick. You can help by picking up trash on the beach. You can also help by learning as much as you can. Share what you know, then other people can help the ocean too. They picked up trash, and here's a part to pause and read. Now your turn. Pretend you are by the ocean. Tell a story about what you are doing. We live where we really can go to the ocean side very easily. We're lucky.